Please welcome Emmett.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm going to take a little time. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. But this is an interesting time, you know. Reverend Bland was talking about breathing over the project, God, and he was breathing over this project for 6 years. And anyone can quit. Anyone can quit. It's so easy to quit. And but people on this stage, on this dais, knows what it is to not quit. And this is a project that we started back 6 years ago. And it's a team effect, not an individual effect. Everybody participated. Many of you in this audience participated. It wouldn't have happened. I like to recognize a few folks. I'm going to take a little time here. Our mayor, he'll come up and speak in a few minutes. But I was telling the mayor, he would not let us quit. Every time we got to a point, he would say to someone, let's get it done. I'm not just saying, I mean, it was awesome. You know, we say about politics, but I've been knowing Mike Duggan for a long time. I know one thing about him, and I met him back, he and Butch Hallowell back, the days when they were at the county, the old county building. And they were working on a project called Detroit Tiger Stadium. And those guys would not give up to make sure that we had a team somewhere in this city. And Mike, as you know, never quit. So we're proud to have him as our mayor and the things that he's doing. And our group really appreciate what he's doing and what he's done and being with us. So he's been with us since day one. Now, Mayor Sheffield, who was one of the first council people we met, because one of the things we wanted to tell her is that we want affordable housing. Tom and I, a group of us, Roy Roberts, we met with her and said, look, before anything, we are okay. And we want to make sure we have our percentage of affordability. We make that work. So I guess she's not going to be here. She's having budget hearings. But we have the councilman here who I've been knowing when he was 6 months old. That's a fact. That's a fact. I used to take care of him when he would come in from California, and we were always planning his visits with Mayor Young. He was here like 5 or 6 weeks, and we'd take to the zoo and the games or what have you. But it's good to see him in his leadership role. The other person and organization I want to recognize is Adam Hendon, Gerstmann. This guy, where is he? Now this guy is from St. Louis. He went to Washington, University of Washington, right? And Gerstmann is all over, but this guy is another guy. Just keep going. I said, man, the budget is, let's keep rolling. Here, let's try this. So he's here representing Gerstmann. They're the underwriters. So Mike?
Yeah. Can you say my last name? Polsinelli. I know it's
Polsinelli. Now Mike and he was working in the law department in the city government years ago. And he's a HUD field officer. And HUD had a very they had a significant role in this. They issued the 221D4, which is a guarantee against a mortgage. And we're very, very thankful that HUD stayed with us for 5, 6 years. In and out, concept meeting, another concept, say, hey, next time you all come, don't come because it's over. So one more time. So Adam would bring us there and meet with the HUD underwriting team. So we thank you for you being here today. And I mentioned the mortgage. The mortgage comes from the AFL-CIO Housing Trust Fund. And Terrence Pearson, where's Terrence? back there. Terrence called me and said, hey, we're interested in your project, and he had already talked to Adam. They're the ones who participate with the bond, they provide the loan. And Mike, through the D4 program, guaranteed this loan. 40 years, non-recourse. And I want to thank you guys. And we have, representing the trust, we have Leslie White, Howard grad. You know, nothing wrong with Howard, good school, great school. Yeah, everything is Howard. You look up Howard University, even people wearing Howard sweatshirts, no matter who they are. But thank you so much for being here and your organization. There are two people I want to say a little bit about, and please bear with me. They're great friends of mine. They're friends of my employer. It's Marion and Mike Illich. I was friends with them before I went to work for them. And Mike and I and Marion, we was like a family. So this project, I give Mike a lot of credit, he and Marion, and Chris took it from there. So Mike said, what do you want to do? We're looking at the district. So we're having dinner, and I said, well, you know, I don't know, I'm not coming back in the company. When you leave, people like you, don't go back, just because they may hate you coming for the second time. So I said, I don't know, maybe a project. So I thought about this building here, 150. I got a little history with this building before this project. I represented Mike to buy that building from Don Barton. And that was going to be parking for the stadium. So the stadium was going to be on this side of Woodward. And we moved it to that side of Woodward. But we kept the building here. So I said, Mike, I like to look at the United Artists building. He said, well, what you want to do? I said, well, I would like to put a deal together with some guys that look like me. And he said, okay. I said, really, Mike? Looking like me. A group of black guys come together, majority of us, see we could do something in our city. Because everybody's talking about what this person, what that person doing. I said, well, what are we doing? What are we doing for our next generation? Let them see that we could work collectively together. And all of us are equal. Nobody has any stand over anyone else, you know? So Mike said, go at it. So I know he is looking down on us, and I know Marion is back. I was asking Chris, she's back at home. But I really appreciate what they were able to do and keeping us on track, because he stayed on this project. So Chris, thank you so much for you and your family. Doing a project like this, you lose people. They die off.